that's all of them. So not too complicated, I don't think. I don't think I can access any of the other fields from this one. I wonder if I can bat that out of the way as we come in here. That might actually work. How are we doing? 50%. Of course, also, don't know how good a yield this is comparatively, because not my field. I mean, it's a contract. I don't have a great concern over if it's a super yield or they've left weeds in and they didn't fertilise it and it hasn't been ploughed and all the rest of the stuff that affects it. It's just, hey, we're getting some free stuff at the end of this, and that's what matters. Obviously more free stuff is better than just general free stuff, but we'll always have more than the contract needs. And all of these are going to the mill. So I think, what was I saying? We've got 1 wheat, 1 barley goes to the grain mill. And then we have 2 wheat, 2 wheat and 1 barley, 1 wheat and 2 barley that go elsewhere. Now that all might be a really good thing, but when we do the contract that calls for 2 lots of something, I think my intent will be to just do both of the cuts together, deliver a trailer to one delivery point, a trailer to the second delivery point, and then take all the rest to the grain mill, assuming we complete both delivery schedules. And cut across here, just to give myself a little bit more space to turn in. So down a little. Now this is going to make for an interesting run back up the field. Ooh, have I got enough room? Yes, I do. Right. And get to there. And heel over. %. So this load is definitely not going to fit in the trailer. That much is absolutely obvious. Now the other option I have is deliver 1 grain cart load to the mill and attempt to get this contract complete. Once this contract is complete, we will have a partial grain cart. I could take that to the grain elevator and get started on the next contract, and we can play it that way to say, okay, get that contract complete and then ship for whatever other contract we have coming up, going to not the grain mill. And I might get lucky enough to just have the last bits of the last contract can just be dropped off straight at the grain mill and we're all good. It's a thought. Let's see how that works. got 20% in volume. I have no idea how much in weight. There we go. Okay, 18,000. So that is more than 2 full loads from the harvester. I'm going to turn the harvester off for now, and probably turn that guy off for now, because we're going to be gone for a while, I think. And this lot goes to the grain mill, so let's do that thing. And then on the way back from the grain mill, we'll grab the Deutz and do a follow me back up to this field. Let's see where we get. And again, I don't think these contracts are not going to take us a vast amount of time. We did the 3 cultivating contracts already today in yesterday's episode. These are we might end up sometime late morning with these, and then following that, obviously tomorrow we've got a lot of stuff to move tomorrow because we've got all of the flour. That's quite a lot of that. I haven't looked at the butter either. But our haul to market might stop being the little truck, because it can only transfer one thing, and it can only transfer 7,000 litres. I think we've got a lot more than 7,000 litres of flour. We have 2 boxes of butter. I think I already delivered some butter this month, but it doesn't hurt to do all of it. I guess I could put the Deutz on the Roland, and a front loader and forks, and at least at the dairy, because I don't have a front loader there, I can grab the boxes from the dairy, and we can use the attendant skid steers and telly trucks and things to load the tractor at the other points. And it will give us the opportunity to ship all of the flour that is pending at the flour mill, rather than just 7,000 litres and making 3 trips. Because it's not really that far, but it is that far when you're making multiple trips. And the truck's a little bit flighty. You can drive at 90 kilometers an hour, but you might end up airborne if you're not careful. Still, here we are again. Oh, hang on. I am going completely the wrong way. Shall we try that one again? Keep close to this edge of the yard. That's a good plan. Okay, this production, we're gonna... Seriously, missed again. No, this production I'm not gonna have to start again because we cut wheat from the field we bought. So this is wheat 2. We're good. I am going to, however, check out here. We have stuff and things. We've got 5,000 litres of flour in storage, and it sounds like that tipped back down again. We're 77% transport. I'm not sure we're actually going to end up with a lot of bonus wheat at this rate. 18,000 is 77. So 1.8, 3.6, maybe 4,000 more litres. I didn't. Oh, well, yes, I do know how much the harvester's got. So the harvester has 8,600. We're going to want about 4,000 more to complete this contract. So bottom line is we've definitely got 4,000 litres on top. Okay, let's drive. Contract's 95%. Oh, that includes harvesting. So, quick run back to the field. And yeah, lots of stuff to do next month, I guess, August. We're going to have, I think, 2 fields ready to harvest. The canola and the barley will be ready to cut. The soy might be ready, but I'm guessing it's probably not. We're also going to have a grass field to cut. We're going to have the 2 fields that we finished preparing yesterday. We're going to need to plant canola in both of those. So how's that all going to work out? I could use the Massey on the planter, I think. As I said, I think a lot of our equipment is sub 100 horsepower. So the only time I'm really worried about the horsepower is grain carting and bale hauling. I don't think the Massey Ferguson would do well on either of those tasks. I know the Deutz struggles at times with the grain cart, depending on where we're going and how steep the hills are and how full it is. And wheat is a lot tougher on it than barley and oats, because barley and oats are a lighter grain. So even at full volume, you're not at full weight. Alright, here we are back again. Someone stuck a bale in the way. That's unfortunate. Okay, turn that off. We'll turn that on. Oh, we weren't full. Oh, dang it. Oops. So it's less than 4. Come on, engage. Thank you. It's less than 4,000 litres of stuff. Turn that on. Turn that on. Follow the 625L. Of course, it's plotted. And fold in the pipe. Nope, that's the truck. That one. Fold in the pipe. Yeah, there we go. So, we'll finish this bit up. We have a small tuft. Oh, I was going to bring the bale trailer up. Oh, well, whatever. I think we're done with cruise GPS. Out, pipe out, header off, thresher off, 368 litres of wheat, whoopee. Folding is not allowed yet, folding is allowed now. Drop this off here carefully. See if we can not get stuck anywhere this time. Oops. That was a good not getting stuck anywhere moment. Oh, there's a whole whaler behind us. That's gonna be an issue. Follow me, dude. He's gonna get very confused. Hello, follow me, dude. Stop following me. Okay, tidy up the edge of the field. And then we can go and get the bale collector. Still don't think I've got 24 bales made today. Again, did not check the bale counter. If I do the whole follow me with a Massey Ferguson from the get-go on the next field, as soon as I've got enough bales created to create 24 total, we can just turn it all off and send it home and stop swathing straw. I could not swath straw on the headland, which would be benefit, I believe, because then I won't get straw bales in the way as we're going around, which we kind of are at the moment. Anyway, let's get a move on. How are we doing? Not particularly quickly. Okay. So yeah, that's just a partial load of wheat. So we'll go harvest the next field and combine the production from both fields. See where we end up after that. As I've said before, very easy to maneuver around. I think I added the Rigitrack tractors to this play game save and also the Lindner 130. So potentially, oops, I could get a four-wheel steer tractor for some of this. I think the 130 also has more tyre options, which is could also be beneficial. Not that we really haven't gone for anything other than standards on this thing, and and I don't think for a second yard doing anything different than what we have on this tractor would make much of a difference to what we're planning to use them for. And I have used the Lindner in the past just because we have a tight yard and it just makes it easier to get around with the four-wheel steering. However, yeah, not really like these tractors are particularly horrible for manoeuvring. So obviously things like the Valtra G, which we've kind of used a bit, we used that a lot in the last series. The Fendt 300, I still haven't used a Fendt 300. More recently than I think Farming Simulator 17. So, I think I said yesterday, if I'd had the choice, this would have been a Fendt 300 new. But, frankly, a used tractor this size, at the time it came up, it didn't make sense to say, no, I'm just going to hold out for the Fendt. Not sure what other tractors are in this class. And we've got the Arian 600. I consider that more akin to the Valtra N. They have similar engine options. They're both small tractors with potentially over 200 horsepower. And when we didn't get the Valtra N for 22, but we did get the Arian 600, I kind of looked at it and said, well, that's the new Valtra N. Obviously, with the 2022 models coming out from Valtra and Giants releasing those as a bonus set of vehicles, I think they're considered base game. It's sort of, well, okay, so now we got the Valtra N back, but if you were using an Arian 600 before that, no big trouble. Okay, you're done, park you there, go back one, get this boy, and run it back to the field. And 44 Ranger, welcome, and Happy New Year, not 2023 yet. What is on the agenda today? We are on Maypole, we are doing harvesting contracts for people and not making much money because so far all of the deliveries have been to the grain mill, which means we have bonus grain in the production line, but no extra cash. It's not a bad thing, but you know how it is. As far as everything else is going, we have rain. The ground is mud. It's 39 degrees out and cloudy at the moment. I think we're up in the... Later in the day, we're up in the mid-40s. Later, a couple of days' time, I think we'll be in the low 50s. And last week it was -1. So, hey, that's a big change. Global warming is really in full swing here. But we are due, I believe, a little bit more snow next weekend, or just after next weekend. So it's not all gone yet, but it's Michigan, so yeah, we get snow. I mean, if we didn't get snow, then yeah, I'd say absolutely. Global warming is definitely a thing, because we should have snow. We're Michigan. England's not a big deal, yeah. I think most of the years I lived in the UK, we would get snow for one day. It would snow around midday, it would settle in the afternoon, it would be there when you got up the next morning, and by lunchtime when you left the office for lunch, it would be gone. So snow was not a big deal. However, about 1 year in 7, you would get about a week's worth of snow on the ground. And then it would go. And I think the last time that happened was when I bought my BMW motorcycle. I went to the store, I picked up the motorcycle. I actually had someone else gave me a ride into work that morning because I didn't have any form of transport. I got one of my colleagues to drive me down to the motorcycle shop and drop me off, and then I took the bike back to work. And the office I worked in didn't have any exterior windows, so I worked until later in the afternoon, and 5 o'clock came around and sort of I still need to do a little bit more work, so I'm hungry. I'm going to pop down to the gas station and get some sandwiches, which, you know, cardboard and slabs of kind of meat. And I went out into the parking lot. It is covered in snow, and that was my first day with a motorcycle. I managed to get it home without a problem, and I put it in the backyard, and when I got up the next morning, the motorcycle was buried in snow. So I sort of, yeah, okay, well, I'm not going to work in the motorcycle. And it sat there for the first week I owned it, not going anywhere because snow. And let me review the map again. I don't believe I want to go this way. We are here. There's no cut through there. Don't think there's a cut through there. I think I have to go up there. So out onto the road, back in, down there, 74. Okay, now we review the contracts. The contracts are 65. We have 4,900 left to deliver, and 74 is the last harvesting wheat contract, and they want 25,000. So I could go and do 74. How's that sound? That sounds good. It's 25,000 for that one. Our cart will take 18, so I want 18 plus 7. Okay, that sounds good. Where's 74? Back to here.